Hi, folks. I got to make sure to get my hi, folks, in. This is Mountain Man coming to you from parts unknown. And I hope you all are doing well. Wow. I am once again simulcasting live on Rumble and YouTube. And I want to thank everybody who's coming by tonight to watch the video and see what's going on. We had big developments. I got in my title. Come on, man. A soulless, heartless Joe. The world, everybody's talking about the tweet, the truth from, or ReTruth from Donald Trump that has got people stunned. And speaking of stunned, Russia got stunned by a covert operation with flying lawnmowers that destroyed a big portion of the Russian Air Force. So we're going to get into that and a lot of other things. So I'm going to play some videos for you all while you come in and mix them up with a few new ones. So get yourself a cup of coffee, cold beer. I don't care, box wine, bourbon, whatever you want. And we'll be like butter.
Stronger and better than ever before. They're mostly gone. They're all coming back. This is why people in countries want to kill me. They're not happy with me. It's a risky business. This is why they want to kill me. They only kill consequential presidents, remember that. But this is why, if you're one of the countries that's affected, you're not happy with what I'm saying. When they used to say they like Barack Hussein Obama, of course they do, because he did nothing to help us. When they like Biden, who doesn't know he's alive. In Biden's America, I can't even call it Biden's America. Guy doesn't know he's alive. Guy doesn't know he's alive. Joe Biden can't speak clearly. He can't think clearly. So he tells law enforcement, you got to do something about this guy, Trump. He's killing me. He's killing me. He's killing me. Biden doesn't know he's alive. Biden doesn't know. He doesn't know he's alive. Joe doesn't know he's alive, okay? He doesn't know he's alive. Now, I have to tell you, he's a different guy. He looks different than he used to. He acts different than he used to. He's even slower than he used to be. So I don't know, but now he's shot. He's like got half of his head left and he's out. Think of it. He's totally shot. He's shot. He's like got half of his head left, He's totally shot. He's totally shot.
Storm zone.
Yes, sir.
I'm going with.
They have unsuccessfully tried to take down the wrong person.
He's absolutely going to come back with full vengeance the next time around.
Now think about what 4 years of a retribution presidency might look like. Our Constitution really does give the president tremendous power to destroy. This will be something we could never have imagined.
Now the gloves are off.
Some of Trump's close political allies told him they are working on figuring out the identities of the FBI and DOJ staff and forming lists.
I will direct a completely overhauled DOJ to investigate every radical DA and AG in America for their illegal, racist enforcement of the law. The deep state is destroying our nation, but the tables must turn and we will quickly destroy the deep state. We know where the bodies are buried. There are a lot of people out there that have done some very, very evil things, very bad things, I would say treasonous things against our country. People that have done such harm to our country. I've been looking at them for a long time.
He could order the investigation and prosecution of individuals who he sees as enemies.
Put them all in jail where they belong. You gotta get tough and smart, and you have to fight fire with fire. You can't allow this take care of it.
Hi, folks. To everybody on Utizzle and Rumble. And if you're not subscribed or follow, it's a follow button on Rumble. Either way, subscribe or follow. Please do me a favor and hit that button. Helps the video get around. And while you're coming in, if you like what we're doing here, how about a thumbs up? That really helps the video get around. So anyway, I want to say hi to Darla. Is that Darla up at top? I hope so. KNS Cleanup, Angel, Damon, Sherry. Nice to see you. Darla is number one. Yeah. Sissy's here. Todd's here. Nice to see you. Kathy's here. Nice to see you. Miss Minder Sue. Kim is here. Melvita. All right. Everybody's rolling in. Wanda's here. Ha ha ha. Nice to see you. Let's see. Make sure I get everybody. Bambi's here. There we go. We got a breakdown right there from Sherry. Flannel cheese. Gary. Mountain Man is back. He's bad, right? Wayne's here. Wayne always gives me a thumbs up and reminds everybody to give me a thumbs up. Help the video get around. So, Brush, how you doing? Rebecca, I got a boom from Gary. Let me get somebody's picture up here I don't like so I can set some bombs off. Let me see. I got a lot of pictures of people I don't like. And let me go here in my studio, and I'm going to set off some. Here's a funny picture. Right here. Right here. Joe the Clone. There's a snapshot for you to put on your meta of Facebook. The heartless, soulless clone. So let me see. I'm a boom. I don't hit Mr. T. Where's it going to land? I just hit the boom button. The fuse is lit, and it's going to drop on the screen in just a second. I don't know why these things take so long. Once you get them look, there, pow. Pow. All right. Boom. There's old Dirty Joe. Dirty Joe. What are you going to do with him? So anyway, I do appreciate Gary going by. Buy me a coffee. Starting a new month off good. We got the first week of the month. I appreciate everybody else that helped me out. Last week was Gary once again, Jess and Bean, Wayne, Mike and Bev, and Angela. My sweet Angela. Where's Angela? I haven't seen her yet. Justin, how you doing? Here, where's it? Pow, pow, pow. I want to hit some Joes. Get over there. Be there. Pow. So, anyway. All right. Yes, Malvita said, give me a thumbs up. And that is a request, of course, not a demand. We don't make demands here on Mountain Man's channel. We politely request. So, I got so many clips. I didn't get to take notes on the stuff that might be mixed up. I got clips of drones popping out of the back of 18-wheelers heading into Russian air bases, big planes getting blown up. You all saw that clip I dug up out of Truth Social of the old Joe Biden comments by Mr. T. We got more talking heads from the news blaming the Biden administration now. Don't blame the media. Don't blame us. The Biden administration was like the old Soviet Union. I'll play that clip for you. Oh, isn't that something? Now they're starting to eat their own and turn their backs on each other, point fingers. ReTruth. And I got some responses off of Truth Social. Now, the first time I saw it, I said, well, I don't believe it. Mr. T posted this, and I hadn't seen any reports on the news or anything. But let me see. Here's one of the times I saw it. I saw it on different platforms. Somebody put this up. Donald J. Trump, truthsocial.com, with the picture of him giving the peace sign. See that, don't you? And he reposted this person. There is no Joe Biden. Acquitted in 2020. Biden clones, doubles, and robotic engineered, soulless, mindless. I got a screenshot of that. I didn't think much of it. I said, well, that's somebody playing a game, right? Because when I went on Truth Social, I glazed over it because I was looking for that picture, right? But this was on, still as of an hour and a half ago, still up on Truth Social. ReTruth on Mr. T's timeline, President Trump's timeline. No picture. It says there is no Joe Biden, X3 acquitted in 2020. Biden clones, doubles, and robotic engineered, soulless, mindless entities are what you see. Democrats don't know the difference. And I was like, man. My plumber Intel called me and said, it's true. He did post it. It's still up. And I checked and holy cow, it was up. I was looking for a picture. I didn't see a picture. So maybe that was embellishment by other posters. But the bones of the ReTruth were still up. And what do you make of that, folks? What you see on the screen. And you know, Truth Social kept conking out on me. I would have to reload it like 5 times a day. Very spotty, very difficult to capture video. Very long wait getting pictures come on the screen. And that was before I talked to my plumber and telling him, I was saying, it seems like Truth Social is being stressed. You know, they can stress a site to where it lags and goes slow. Is it under attack, a stress attack? And then, boom. Well, what did I do? I checked Dan Scavino. He didn't make any reference to it. I checked Donald Trump Jr. He didn't make a reference to it. Clandestine, Citizens Free Press. I went way back. Oh, did anybody notice it? Nobody said anything. Is it that? Now, what was I seeing on some people that were posting on Truth Social? Sammy and Sissy. I believe this is a hack. I believe this is actually the second time President T has been hacked. The first time was a video of him being a golden calf in Palestine. I don't remember that. Maybe you all caught that before it was taken down, but that's the point. It was taken down. This is the President of the United States. This is his platform. This is his posts. And it's still up. But I can see where Catherine would think that way, you know. And some guy named Captain Clown, Johnny Five, said, so a fake Joe Biden got all the people KILLED'd and military equipment left behind, then sorry, not buying this hopium bunk. So there was hundreds of responses. I picked those two because there's people that One feels that his account got hacked. The other person is just saying hopium bunk from President Trump. Why would they leave it up? Of course, that Catherine posted 20 hours ago. She was wondering if it was a hack, like the golden calf hack. What does she think now? It's still up. So I look at it the way like Putin should have looked at the way Trump puts out information. What did Trump say a couple of days ago? And I posted it in ReTruth. He said, Russia needs to, this is paraphrasing, Russia needs to come to the table and stop attacking. Because of his actions, he saved them from some terrible offensive actions by Ukraine. He doesn't realize, Putin doesn't realize how much damage they could have incurred if it wasn't for me. Remember that, folks? That was 2 days ago, maybe 3. And sure enough, this attack on Russia is a national embarrassment. It's a shock. Over 40, I think it was 41. Mostly long-range bombers are wiped out. And it's worse than that. They have a severe breach in their security. This was a covert operation that had to be conducted with assistance, with people with inside knowledge. The Trump administration says they had no knowledge of it. Axios put out something, for me to find it, man, in this ocean of posts I've copied, you'll have to go along with me in my memory. Axios posted that Trump knew about it. Well, what's the difference? Who cares? Oh, this is Roger. So these are retweets by Trump I'm going to get into. I'm just trying to find that Axios, crapios that they put up claiming Trump knew. So wait a minute. Now the left, they got their hands full. They got their hands full because now they're trying to say Trump knew about it. Here it is. Not the Axios part, but Ukraine claims massive drone strike on Russian bombers. Spiderweb operation. That's what they called it. Short term, they called it a web operation. I know I requoted Trump many times. I said the intricate web we're looking at. Not a tangled web, an intricate web. The audacious attack targeted 41 strategic Russian aircraft, a source inside Ukraine's security service told NBC News. Well, Trump has no obligation to tell Russia anything. And he may have known that there would be retaliation for Russia bombing Kiev in Ukraine. He said he didn't like what they were doing, and he wanted Putin to stop. He wanted everybody to stop. He said that 100 times. I want the killing to stop now. And he told Zelensky in the Oval Office, you get a peace deal, I say you take it now. You get a ceasefire, take it now. You're out of cards. And he's expressed his displeasure with Putin and warned Putin that because of him, there weren't some grievous attacks that could have occurred. And nobody was listening to him, apparently. So, but my point is, Axios wants to say that Trump knew about the attack. beforehand. The administration denies it. Well, wait a minute. Doesn't that go against your, and by your, I mean the media, narrative that you won awards for, a Pulitzer Prize, for saying Trump was an agent of Russia? Now you want to say he's keeping secrets from Vladimir Putin? So it's all dysphoric and bass backwards. Their narratives are tripping over each other. So anyway, so all this is a simultaneous thing. What did Lindsey Graham's visit with Bozo Blumenthal have to do with it? Hi, this is Justin. How you doing? Lori's here. Tennessee's here. Robin's here. All right. WW is here. Raul. A little Kamala joke there. Hi, Mike. How you doing? Yeah, Trump is, remember he said, I'm going to hit him high, I'm going to hit him low, I'm going to hit him from right, I'm going to hit him from the left, I'm going to hit him from the top, I'm going to hit him from the bottom, I'm going to hit him right in the, and he said, effing middle. Justin Bean, how you doing? So he's hitting them on every front. Let me show you, before I get into, here's the first one I saw about it. This was on Telegram, and they posted this, and it was that's why I was Trump's Truth Social. There was no pictures, so I was like, what's going on? So this thing with Biden and Trump's truth, a ReTruth that he put out. My point is I'm going to say that Trump didn't see any need to take it down. And for those of you who missed the intro, I mixed it up a little bit. Some of the stuff people were posting in response to this truth from Mr. T, where'd it go? Here we go. Here's one. Somebody archived this video. I'll play it because a lot of you were not here when in the first 3 minutes of my broadcast.
In Biden's America, I can't even call it Biden's America. Guy doesn't know he's. Joe Biden can't speak clearly. You got to do something about this guy, Trump. He's killing me. He's killing me. He's killing me. Biden doesn't know he's alive. Biden doesn't know. I mean, he doesn't alive, okay? He doesn't know he's alive. Now, I have to tell you, he's a different guy. He looks different than he used to. He acts different than he used to. He's even slower than he used to be. So I don't know. But now he's shot. He's like got half of his head left, and he's totally shot. He's shot. He's like got half of his head left, got half of his head left. He's totally shot.
So people on Truth Social remember, and I've got a bunch of clips. Like this one here. This is a short clip. You remember this? It didn't play very much on regular news channels. But this was Biden walking with some security and people following him, questioning him. Where's the real Joe? And who can forget this one here? I think Carly Bonnie put this up. A real quick clip that really made the rounds on social media. I think it even was on the Fox 5.
Oh my gosh, that's a mask. Holy cow.
Well, the key to
Oh my gosh, that's a mask. Holy cow.
The man in the rubber mask. Let me see what else we got here. Oh, here's a little montage with little kooky music for everybody that thought, oh, Joe was fine. Joe is a statesman. I just want to look at the, see if I miss it. Hi, Ronald. How you doing? Nice to see you. Debbie. I don't know. Oh, somebody asked me in the comments, what does central casting mean when Trump keeps saying central casting? I know my father used to use that term. As I've said, they're both my father was an older generation, but still a lot of the Manhattan, Bronx, Queens sayings from New York. Central casting was a compliment. If somebody told you you were from central casting, that meant that you were top of the line for whatever role was needed to be played. And I've heard that many times. Like, Dad, you say, if Hollywood only knew. And Trump said many of things that my father has said in the past. I'll think of a few and remind you all that I have said in the broadcast beforehand, and Trump would end up saying it a month or so later because it's just New York jargon that I got from my father. But anyway, here's a clip somebody put up on True Social underneath Mr. T's repost. Of course, we saw all that stuff leading up to the 2020 election. And some people posted interesting stuff like this here. Somebody posted this. This was going around back in Are You Awake Yet? Popcorn movie. Real fake. Sarah Beth Hall. Look what's on Ancestry.com. Biden's obituary in 2018. Purportedly passed away in Guantanamo. All right, remember that? People are saying, but it says, I only see a portion of it where it says Robinette. That's his middle name. But we knew he was something wrong with him before the election, of course. Memes were flying about that. Here's another meme that's going around right now. Might want to put that on your Meta page. They used the mugshot for this one. They're cutting my audio? Is it buffering or fading in and out? There's not much I can do on my end. Pappy Two Bears, how you doing? Yvonne, nice to see you. Well, let me see. Hopefully it didn't cut out anything other than just an old man's babble. But we've been picking this up for I don't know if I should put this picture up or not. I'm going to put it up. Get a screenshot of that. I won't read it. Get a screenshot of that for your Meta page. Okay? It's a little golden books. Remember those? I still got some little golden books. I got to get that down. I don't post stuff like that. But this is what Mr. T posted last week and didn't take it down. Along with the one with him with a 17-letter plus on his collar. Remember? All roads lead to Obama. ReTruth if you want public military tribunals. This is on the President of the United States social media. For those who doubt. Here's another one you can post right there. I got to see if I still got that. Yeah, it was during the debate this kind of stuff was coming out. But anyway. To the 46th President of the United States. Sorosio. And Hussein. Barack Hussein Obama. And Robot Man. A lot of these were the posts from responses on Mr. T's True Social site. Another public service announcement. That guy on the right isn't Joe Biden. Here's another one. Pictures that showed during the interview where he clearly had something going on around his neck. All stuff you can put up. There he is. There's Joe. That's the actual Joe before whatever happened to him. Here's one you'll like to put on your meta page. A Liberty Bell, so to speak. Lucky, how you doing? Yeah, it's pretty obvious now, for those, and there were people that were posting on saying, how could this be? There's no way we would know. The world would know. Really? Here's what somebody put up about, where is he? Anthony Blinken. Oh, where did that go? Anthony Blinken at APAC. Here he is. Somebody put this up. Who? We're not saying that Trump had it done to him. We're not saying Trump did it. Somebody switched him out. Joe Biden's handlers enabled a literal invasion of our country. This anti-white warmonger was in charge of the Biden regime. Anthony Blinken, whose parents were best friends with George Soros, and George Soros named a hotel in Hungary after the Blinkens. You all heard that, didn't you? So to the people that are thinking Trump was behind it, just because he's pointing out the obvious, this is what I used on my thumbnail. The signature difference. I wonder which one the auto pen. Completely different face. Completely different signature. Gino, how you doing? Whoa. Colette, nice to see you. Yeah, a lot of people thought we were crazy. Like when Trump said "covfefe." I got a video about that too. Where is it? Well, this is the day before Trump put this post up. On Piers Morgan, here's schmuck Todd trying to distance himself from this Biden controversy. Okay, they have to admit that he was out of it and that other people were running the country. Forget about the Joe was shot. Forget about he doesn't know he's alive. Forget that. Even though we know it's true, the bottom line is they can't deny that Joe was not in charge of the country And the American people were being duped. Of our friends and relatives were being lied to and defrauded, causing strife all around the country. Now they want to act like it's not our fault. It's the Biden administration. They're worse than the Soviet Union.
This is a party that had leadership atrophy, and at the same time, those that were sort of almost behaving like the old Soviet Union, which is, the leader dies and everybody wants to keep their power and keep their influence. So I do think this scandal should be more laser focused on the Democratic Party. I think the press is, again, I always look at the criticism of the press here through the person that's making the criticism. And I think in some ways there's almost an eagerness to blame the press without looking at actual who should be blamed here. And it's the leadership and, frankly, the members of the Biden administration and the leadership of the Democratic Party, who they're the ones that lied. Look, at the end of the day, no journalist is as good as their sources. At the end of the day, the Democratic Party lied to the American people. The leadership of the party lied to the American people. And that's where this scandal should be centered.
Oh, that's where the scandal should be centered. They want to wash their hands of it. Now it's the Biden administration. You want to see the obit again, Wanda? Let me see. Where did that? Here we go. I don't know, the validity of it. And people this was back in 2018. Here it is. By a otherwise known as hay bags. So look what's on Ancestry.com. In 2018, purported passing away in Guantanamo. There, and that's the other part of it. Are you awake yet? So I'll shrink it down if you want to get a screenshot. There you go. Sarah Beth Hall. Well, it's like we were told. Hi, MS Motorsports. Like we were told on the 17th letter about so many Americans are on, this is my own words, a hamster wheel. They have to get up, they have to go to work, they have to do this, they have to do that, they have to take care of their family. And generations of trusting the press. They don't notice things that we notice. They don't see things that we're seeing. And then when they hear the stuff, it sounds so fantastic. They don't want to believe it. Here's where somebody took a screenshot of Trump's hand holding his phone. What he has as a screensaver on his phone. That was Friday, May 30th at Coinkydinky 9/11. How many people see this? 20% of the voting age population, maybe? Did you all see this before this broadcast? Everybody in the chats, what you see on the screen, have you seen it before this broadcast? Mr. T's personal phone. Let me know. And we've got our ear to the ground, right? I have the video where Trump said, we've got to get to the bottom of 9/11. Nobody's gotten to the bottom of that yet. He's got that on his phone as a reminder. He's pointing. I'm going to get you, whoever did that. But you ask people that know Mr. T, President Trump, they'll tell you that's what's on his phone. Now, they went out of their way to wait till the time went to 9/11 and have the finger point. That is a message to people like Comey, Bush, Cheney, all the regular names. Here's something Mr. T posted today. And I'll have to stop it. And if I don't, that I will get a copyright strike. Is dealing with this goofball, what's his name? Colbert. Trump posted this today. You're not supposed to see this video. CBS deleted this entire episode and these segments on YouTube either. Oh, and I'm going to tell you something else. Most everybody said no. No. Oh, that's right, Gary. It was a CIA app. Got a couple of yes, but I don't remember, Angela said. But anyway, giving you a heads up. ABC is going to get sued again. They just settled for $15 million plus $1 million lawyer fees from ABC and $1 million personal from Slopadopoulos for a total of $17 million for Slopadopoulos calling Trump a grapeist, right? Well, ABC is going to get another lawsuit, which means Disney's going to get its hands dirtied again. And I'll tell you what I heard. And tell me in the chats, either way, whether you heard this heads up or not until this broadcast. Words come out. Remember when Trump went to the black correspondents' it was a dinner, and he did an interview, and he told the one who asked him the first question, he said, that is a question. You didn't even give me a chance to say hello. You didn't say, how are you? How are you? Or good evening or nothing. Well, it turns out Harris Faulkner is dropping a dime. No, what I'm going to tell you, I know you all remember the correspondence dinner, the black correspondence dinner. Have you heard this? Harris Faulkner's dropping a dime that the executives at ABC purposefully held up Donald Trump for half an hour. So you all heard this story. I don't have to tell it again. Yeah, Angela, when he drank the girl's water. Okay, you all remember that. What have you heard that they sabotaged Donald Trump? That the executives at ABC changed the questions. That Harris Faulkner was surprised because the questions they had for Donald Trump had been swapped out. That they purposefully caused him to wait around for half an hour to disrupt his schedule and to throw him off balance. And there's email chains and witnesses that ABC executives put out the word to do that to Donald Trump. He's going to sue ABC again. How much you want? Be ready for it. Be ready for it. and he's not going to settle for no crummy $15 million this time. That reminds me, before I play this clip, if I still got it in my studio, CBS has offered Donald Trump, here it is, Paramount, to settle CBS lawsuit, Wall Street Journal reports. Word on the street is they told him to go pound sand. Reuters, May 29th, is hard to read. A month into negotiations, Paramount has offered $15 million to settle with U.S. President Donald Trump's lawsuit against CBS News. But the parties remain far apart. Trump's team wants more than $25 million and is also seeking an apology from CBS News. They've threatened CBS News with another lawsuit relating to alleged bias of its news coverage. So CBS might get a second lawsuit on top of the one we're talking about, and ABC might get smacked between the eyes again for purposely trying to disrupt his campaign and playing games with the questions. Disrupt his campaign schedule. So anyway, so Trump posted this today. CBS deleted this entire episode from their official website. You will not find these segments on YouTube either. Well, you're going to see it at least now. But if my video gets taken down, you won't see it, right? I'll have to interrupt it so I don't, to try to forestall copyright.
And
I want to thank you not only for being here, I want to thank you for running for president.
It shows you what coordinated slander and libel can change a New York studio audience from applauding to the kind of vitriol they're spewing now.
Also, we got a great show for you tonight. Donald Trump is here. Yeah. Everybody loves him. There's no other way to say it. Ladies and gentlemen, Donald Trump.
Do you hear boos? Do you hear people hissing and booing? No, not until they start their operation against him.
Haven't they? Yeah. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Speaking of doing a fantastic job, you are setting the world on fire right now.
Well, and
I want to thank you not only for being here, I want to thank you for running for president.
I don't have to remind you all the filthy things he liquor. What made him change? Because they thought he would lose that, and they just getting the ratings while they could.
I'm not going to say this stuff writes itself.
New Hampshire and Iowa, no matter where we go, it seems that the response, it just gets better and better. And the polls have been phenomenal.
You see Zogby?
Zogby was great.
33%. That came out today, right? Zogby, 33%. Incredible. I'm not surprised at all. I'll tell you why. Is because...
I'm liking him a lot.
No, I'm not. I'm liking you too. I'm liking you too. I'm not surprised at all because, especially in the Republican field, because...
Of a country, we have to create, number one, we're going to build a wall. Number two, we're going to...
Okay.
Oh, listen to this, even with your crowd, I hear that.
No, they love...
But
they love the wall.
No.
People love the wall.
People love the wall. His crowd loved the wall. Colbert.
Here action. We'll be right back. Thank you so much, Donald. Thank you so much. Donald Trump, everybody.
Looks like another lawsuit. Why would you wipe that off of your take it out of the public consciousness if not for political spite? And CBS is a licensed broadcaster. They can lose that license, and I think they will. So we'll see how many millions Trump gets out of them for that. I'm trying to see if I have anything else related to that, because it's Russian bombing and a lot of weirdo stuff going on. The French over there, they going all crazy over soccer. But this is the Joan of Arc statue. They're over there rioting and burning in the streets. Does that look like Parisians to you? Parisians? No, I didn't think so. But they've been warned right in your face. We're going to change it out right in your face. Oh, I should have started the broadcast off celebrating, right? I'm trying to find my celebration. Wait a minute. What am I celebrating? Here we go. Right here. Someone said June is Pride Month, so I thought I would post my pride flag. It's Pride Month, folks. Wear your Pray for Our Troops ribbons, your American flag pins, your cross if you're Christian, your Star of David if you're Jewish. Have pride. Happy birthday today to Morgan Freeman. And let's see, he's 88 years old. And his voice has been captured by AI so everybody can do all these memes using his voice. He ought to sue and get some money for that. But anyway, happy birthday to Morgan Freeman. And guess who else had a birthday today? Or yesterday. Belated birthday yesterday. "95 years old. Happy birthday, Clint." He looks pretty good there. Got himself a piece of cake. While I was on my one-day hiatus, let the deportations begin. And begin they will. That was, now after he posted that, let me see, he posted this about the deportations. Let me see if I got that handy. Here we go. If the courts somehow rule against us, this is tariffs, not deportations, on tariffs, which is not expected, that would allow other countries to hold our nation hostage with their anti-American tariffs that they would use against us. This would mean the economic ruination of the United States of America. Ain't that the truth? They have been pillaging from us, pillaging and looting our country ever since they passed the income tax. They've got us having our natural resources get pumped out of this country, and the only ones benefiting from it are politicians and bureaucrats that have stock in these companies, that big oil, big pharma, big everything. and then we go work for them, and then they take 30% of everything we make. We've been getting looted and pillaged out of our own resources. Not anymore. The steel workers. I forgot. I didn't play that clip. I didn't have that clip from that Nippon deal of $14 billion. He's giving the steel workers a $5,000 check out of it. And you put that on top of no tax on tips, all the things that he's trying to get done. Here we go. Maria Bartiromo had this guy on. Another thing that you're going to do. Every baby, and then be born, he's going to start off with $1,000. America's going to invest.
Capital. And Brad, I want you to talk about the Invest America Act that you've been talking about with Senator Ted Cruz.
Yeah, so the Invest America Act is now included in the reconciliation bill. Imagine this, Maria. Starting in 2026, every child in America will have this on their phone. 3.7 million kids a year that will get direct stock ownership. They'll own a little bit of Apple, a little bit of Berkshire Hathaway. And those kids now can participate in the upside of America. It's a 401k from birth. They can't touch it. They can't trade it. It will compound on their phone. And by the time they're 18 years old, can be worth $50,000. Direct ownership. Every family in America, from rural Indiana to inner city Trenton. This is the heartbeat of the president's Main Street agenda. No tax on tips, no tax on overtime. Make sure every child in America has a shot at the American dream. That doesn't help rich folks. That helps poor folks and average folks from rural Indiana, like the place I'm from, Maria.
So it's like every child gets $1,000 to put in investing in the stock market. Real quick.
And companies will add to it, individuals and parents will add to it, philanthropists will add to it, it'll grow over time. This is a transformational idea.
Brad, you're great.
Yep, a transformational idea. Here's what Trump posted. Like I said, these liberals are tripping over their narratives, okay? First they said, oh, Trump is working for Elon. And then, oh, Elon's the evil one. Let's burn the Teslas. I got a video of that. Some other lady emptied a clip into a Tesla. I'll show you that. But anyway, then they went, Trump and Elon are fighting. And they're breaking up. And so they don't know where they're coming or going. So Trump put this up about Elon.
Elon Musk has given me his complete and total endorsement. I will create a government efficiency commission tasked with conducting a complete financial and performance audit of the entire federal government and making recommendations for drastic reforms. As the first order of business, this commission will develop an action plan to totally eliminate fraud and improper payments within 6 months.
This is an order creating and implementing the Department of Governmental Efficiency, known as DOGE.
That's a big one.
I have created the brand new Department of Government Efficiency. DOGE. Perhaps you've heard of it. By slashing all of the fraud, waste, and theft we can find, we will defeat inflation, bring down mortgage rates, lower car payments and grocery prices, protect our seniors, and put more money in the pockets of American families.
That is going to do more to unleash innovation, to unleash economic prosperity, when you don't have this crushing bureaucracy that answers to nobody sitting on top of the American people.
Well, we're talking about hundreds of millions of dollars of money that's going to places where it shouldn't be going. I ran on this, and the people want me to find it. And I've had a great help with Elon Musk, who's been terrific.
We are going line by line when it comes to the federal government's books. American taxpayers will see significant savings because of that effort.
These are systematic, programmatic reforms that we're talking about here.
People work their whole lives and pay taxes, yet they find out that they've been giving $2 million to Guatemala for sex changes. It's outrageous.
We've been overwhelmed with the positive response of Elon's effort. There's going to be so much savings because of what Doge is doing that you should be really, really excited about it.
I'm very proud of the job that this group are doing. They're doing it at my insistence. It would be a lot easier not to do it, but we have to take some of these things apart to find the corruption. We found tremendous corruption.
Tremendous corruption. And if you had listened to the beginning, they're going to change the entire federal government. They're going to audit the entire federal government. Oh, here's one I was going to play during my intro. But the videos went by so quick, it was hard to switch it up. But how many of y'all remember this?
Bigger purposes. And it's not about some, it's not about I win, you lose. The other thing is, when you look at the Congress, though, it's like 24 hours since John McCain was put to death. And look at this circus of a hearing. Bigger purposes. And it's not about some, it's not about I win, you lose. The other thing is, when you look at the Congress, though, it's like 24 hours since John McCain was put to death. And look at this circus of a hearing.
Yeah, remember the one I had of his daughter, McCain's daughter. I'd have to dig that up. So anyway, they're tripping over the narratives. Where's this one about, here he is. Look who did this little move yesterday. Hakeem Jeffries. They only think it's bad when Elon does it. How many times you need to see it, libs? How many times you need to see it? He did that yesterday. Today, I didn't get the videos of it because there's a guy with no shirt screaming and yelling and a lot of people on the ground trying to administer to someone. But you had a kook in Boulder, Colorado, pro-Palestinian protester, firebombs group of pro-Israel supporters with Molotov cocktails. FBI Director Kash Patel has called the incident a terrorist attack. There he is right there, carrying his bottles. And how did the papers address that? Let me see. Where's one of the headlines? I'm trying to think of what they call them. They call them anything but Jewish people. Where is that article? Well, just remember that. If I can find it, like I said. Huh. Well, it's in here somewhere. Is this it? Oh, this is trans athlete wins girls high jump event at California track and field. The governors are not paying attention to Trump's executive order to put a stop to that stuff. They're letting it go on. And young ladies are getting abused. Here's where they just are refusing to even get on the podium with a trans athlete. They just walk away. That's what they need to do. Don't participate in that idiocy. So anyway, they would have blamed, if a Republican had done that salute like Hakeem did yesterday, they'd have blamed that attack, that firebombing attack, on the Republican or Elon or anybody. But it's okay when they do it. Here's this kooky broad, crazy lady arrested for destroying a Tesla. Now, you'll hear her pop, I think maybe four times after she keys the car. And then a cop approaches her and she tries to play dumb. Three times.
What's going on, ma'am?
Nothing. I was just heard coming from the store, and I heard noise to see what was going on.
You heard a noise and you wanted to see what was going on?
Yeah, I heard some loud noises coming from over here.
Were you just...
I'm just going home.
Okay, but this isn't on your way home. This is private property. The owner actually just called us. Reported vandalism to his car. Somebody was keying it.
It's not me. I mean, it's not. I just literally just, was walking around the neighborhood.
Okay, but you're on his property right now.
Yeah, because I just went to investigate to see what happened.
You always just walk on strangers' properties?
Well, I mean, I heard something. I just wanted to see what was going on.
Let's take a look over here. Oh, wow. All kinds of keys. So you mind telling me what you were actually doing? Are you one of those anti-Elon guys?
Oh, God. I mean...
You don't really like what he's doing in the government? Thought you'd take it out on Tesla?
I mean, I'm going to admit I don't like him. Yeah, I don't like anything that has to do with him. I mean, but I didn't do that. I'm holding my keys because I'm going home.
Yeah, but why would you just have your keys out in your hand? Why wouldn't they be in your bag if you're carrying groceries? That doesn't make sense.
I didn't.
Yeah. I'm gonna hold on to these here. Let me see the bags. All right, man. I need you to empty out your purse. The bag on your back.
I do have stuff in there, but I mean, I have right to have it on me.
Oh, wow. So, assuming this is what you're saying you have the right to have on you?
Yes. I mean, this is America.
All right, so you've got keys with the paint all over them. A weapon that was clearly used to shoot these holes in it. Hey, stop it, right now. Hey, get over here. Stop. Hands behind your back. Down. Really? Thought you were gonna outrun me? You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. I highly suggest you exercise that right. Let's go. Move.
Whatever.
You just lost your groceries now, too.
Oh, are you gonna eat them? Got nothing better to do than pick on a freaking poor older lady?
Move.
All right, come on, man.
Internet famous. Internet famous. Forget your job. She's going to jail for that. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Let me see. I got these clips. Oh my gosh. Here's some more. Here's some nitwits sticking up for Pedro. Okay, they don't give a damn about their own country. All these people are being egged on by these lunatic judges and lunatic attorneys. And what's the media going to do? Who are they going to blame this on? Are they going to blame somebody else when stuff really gets bad? But anyway, here they are. They don't want it. They don't want Pedro getting deported.
Fuck you! It's tear gas! Wow! Great! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck North Park community people! Don't get back here! This is it right here! Yeah! What the fuck's wrong with you, bro? Don't come back! Fuck you, bro! Yeah! This is North Park, bitches! Get the fuck out of my neighborhood, motherfucker! That's right! Get the fuck out! Girl, you should be ashamed of yourself. Yeah, you guys are resist!
I was hoping to see somebody get locked up, but they cut the video there. I guess they moved after the agents started actively shoving him out of the way. But daggone it, I was hoping to see one of them get nailed. Let's see, I got, whoa. I can't get that one. There we go. Let's see. Oh, I got another, here he is. Trump talked about this last night. They got everything. Who do you believe? Let me see, what is this about? John Kirby, Jim Banks. Let me play this.
My job there was as a foreign military sales officer. Due to the negligence of this administration, the Taliban now has access to over $85 billion worth of American military equipment.
First of all, I don't believe the number's accurate, but let's put the number aside.
That includes 75,000 vehicles.
There was very little, and I mean very little, U.S.-owned equipment or U.S.-operated equipment that we left when we left Afghanistan.
Over 200 airplanes and helicopters.
I'm talking like some forklifts at the airport, and some ladder vehicles, some fire trucks.
The Taliban now has more Black Hawk helicopters than 85% of the countries in the world.
And the helicopters that we left there, all disabled, so the Taliban couldn't get them flying again. Whatever ground vehicles like MRAPs or Humvees, they were all disabled at the airport. All turned over in according with a very elaborate, deliberate, retrograde plan.
Yeah, lying to our faces. Now I got another video here that, what in the world? Oh, this is about the Democrats, how they're polling. You know, like that one that shot up the Tesla. And I see in the comments about the protesters, so-called protesters. Yeah, arrest them all, KNS. If they spend 5 years in jail, pissing and moaning about Trump, be renewed. People are going to be looking at them like, if they still have the same attitude, like they're from Mars, but they're exposed right now to this huge psyop, but it's falling apart. This is CNN's own numbers.
How Americans sort of see the parties. Which party is better described as the party with strong leaders? Look at this. Wow. 16% of Americans say Democrats, 40% say that of the Republican Party. Now, overall, no party's doing great. Lots of Americans say neither of these qualities apply to either party. But look at how much worse off the Democrats are. A party that gets things done. Only 19% of Americans say that about the Democrats. 36% say it about the Republicans. In fact, the only place that the Democrats are numerically ahead, party of the middle class, this is basically a tie, though. Yeah. 34% say that of Democrats, 32% say that of Republicans. But this, I think, is the most fascinating. How do partisans talk about their own party? Right? So among Democrats and Democratic leaners, 32% say Democrats are the party with strong leaders. I mean, of their own kind, right? 82% of Republican and Republican leaders say that about the GOP. Only 41% of Democrats say they're the party that gets things done of their own kind. And I will just say, 51%, Manu, a majority of Democratic and Democratic leaners say neither party gets the party that gets things done attribute. Imagine that is that's the project that Democrats are working on.
Yeah, and beyond the issues here, there's some structural problems with the Democrats as well.
There are. And again, this is where we ended up on election night in 2024. This is by county.
Yeah, that map looks awful red to me. Awful red to me. Who's this idiot? Let's see. Let's see. We have an idiot talking to a moron. Hakeem Jeffries on the Democrats' plan to counter Trump's agenda. We're all going to perish. If we don't do something about Trump, everything's going to go to hell in the handbag.
This bill actually hurts everyday Americans in order to reward billionaires. It would strip away health care from approximately 14 million Americans. Premiums, co-pays, and deductibles for tens of millions more will go up. Actually, if it ever were to be implemented into law, hospitals will close, nursing homes will shut down, and people will literally die.
What a crock. What a complete crock of garbage. Here's Scott Bessent, and they get him on, and he's predictions. Like the CEO of Walmart saying, we're going to pass on the tariffs to all the products in the store, which is completely unfair. So you got CEOs of certain companies that are doing scare tactics. And, of course, the media is right on board with them.
We wanted to make sure that there aren't price increases, Margaret, and thus far there have been no price increases. Everything has been alarmist. That the inflation numbers are actually dropping. We saw the first drop of inflation in 4 years. The inflation numbers last week, they were very pro-consumer.
Right.
We've
but you listen to earnings calls just like we do. Mm-hmm. You know what Walmart's saying, what Best Buy's saying, and what Target are saying.
But Margaret, I also know what Home Depot and Amazon are saying. I know what the South China Morning Post wrote within the past 24 hours, that 65% of the tariffs will likely be eaten by the Chinese producers.
The reality is there will either be less inventory or things at higher prices or both.
When we were here in March, you said there was going to be big inflation. There hasn't been any inflation. Actually, the inflation numbers are the best in 4 years. So why don't we... does happen.
Yeah, he's a nice guy, but he tells her, quit talking about what could happen. Wait and see what does happen. Whoa, wait a minute. That's supposed to be off my screen. Come on. Little booger. Little booger. Anyway, let's see what is this one about now? Let me play it. We'll see what he's talking about. SCDP.
Called out on this because I called Donald Trump a wannabe.
That didn't even look like Tim Walz. Now it does. But that's who we're looking at, Tim Walz. Remember how many times videos got taken down for bullying? If you bullied somebody, got taken down. I really couldn't even say the word. I don't know if I can now or not. But apparently, it's okay for Tim Walsh to talk about, when he talks about bullying Trump, he's talking about bullying Trump supporters.
Be dictator? It's because he is. It's because he is. Oh. The governor's being mean, and the governor's speaking out on that. Well, maybe it's time for us. Because we have to ferociously push back on this. And again, I'll speak to my teacher colleagues in here. The thing that bothers a teacher more than anything is to watch a bully, to watch this bully and to stop it. And when it's a child, you talk to them and you tell them why bullying's wrong. But when it's adult like Donald Trump, you bully the shit out of him back. You push back. You make sure they know it's not there.
Yeah, he's telling people to get aggressive. That's what he's talking about. Get aggressive. Now, oh, God, I'm going to leave you with another one of these. Stay away from Disney World. This is what you run into at Disney World.
Made it into Disney World. I don't really know what the deal is with bathrooms. You know, Florida is really conservative. I don't know what the rules are. Trans women are allowed to be in women's bathrooms, but I'm about to go and use the bathroom because I have to tinkle. If I get stopped, I get stopped, I guess, but I'm a woman, so I'm going to use the women's bathroom, and being in Florida or being in California or wherever isn't going to stop me. So I will report back in a minute once I have hopefully tinkled without issue.
3 minutes later.
That went as well as it could have gone. No one gave me any weird looks. Definitely no one stopped me. I walked in, I found a stall, I peed. I peed standing up, which is something I'm sometimes a little self-conscious about with the sound. I think, oh, is there someone peeing standing up there? But you know what? I peed standing up and it was fine. And then I washed my hands and I left. And you know what? On my way out from the women's bathroom, I took a quick picture with someone who recognized me and it was lovely. So overall, Disney World in Florida, 10 out of 10. Women's bathroom experience for trans women, would recommend.
Yeah. The Magic Kingdom. Well, now, I got some videos about this drone strike. Big time drone strike, right, folks? I don't know. People want to talk about Biden, and I'm not going to spend the whole night. I mean, we knew it was a rubber-masked imposter. So anyway, these videos are scrambled up, and I got to kind of figure out which one is which. But this is a guy that posted a video showing you the type of drone they used. I don't know how many tractor trailers were involved. What they did was they loaded tractor trailers up with these drones. And their cost is about $450, somewhere around there. And they claim it was Russian drivers that crossed the border with these trucks that were preloaded with drones. They got close to the airbase, and the top of the truck compartment opened up, and these drones started popping out and going over there. Anyway, here's a guy showing the type of drone. Obviously a pro-Ukrainian guy.
Of my life. Secondly, they look like this. Big boy drones, 13 or 15-inch kamikaze drones plowing into every single one of these Russian strategic bombers. Duże Leki Dziękuję to everyone that donates to Frontline Kit, and Slava Ukraini.
Quadrocopter. So anyway, here, let me see what's going on here. Here is, I think this is, they pulled into a truck stop, so it's hard to tell which which truck they're popping up out of. But I think this is footage from the truck stop over at the airport.
Вот он, коптер опять взлетел. Откуда взлетает, ничего не понятно, блядь. Вот он, клоун, блядь. Оба ни с того ни с сего, сука. Оба! Вот дела, блядь. Ёб твою мать, до чего техника дошла. А нахуя мы работаем за рулем-то, блядь? Лучше он коптером управляй, нахуй, грузовой и все. О, блядь. А, это менты сшибают его.
I'm gonna play it again. You'll see it pop out of the back, the top of this truck. It happens kind of quick, but he follows it for a little while.
Вот он, он, клоун, блядь. Оба ни с того ни с сего, сука. Оба! Вот дела, блядь. Ёб твою мать, до чего техника дошла. А нахуя мы работаем за рулем-то, блядь? Лучше он коптером управляй, нахуй, грузовой и все. О, блядь. А, это менты сшибают его, прикинь. Это какой-то с автомата очередь, нахуй. О, нихуя себе дела, блядь. Оказывается, пидорас, оказывается. О, блядь. Менты промазали, нахуй. Ёбаный, он опять туда полетел, сука, в эту гущу, нахуй. Вот еще один, сука, пидорас. Вот он, еще один пидорас.
So yeah, they kept popping out of the back of the people didn't know what was going on, and they had a group of guys. This is a quick clip, and they cut it off. I guess they didn't want to put too much carnage up, but at least two of the trucks, when they were leaving the scene, caught on fire, and this is one of the trucks. People were trying to get in and get their hands on the driver. Yeah, so it was booby-trapped. Right when they started going in the truck, it blew up. And I guess they didn't want to show the results of it. Some of the stuff is hard to see where the drones are popping up out of. But this, you can see some of them have already landed and exploded. I guess the air base is nearby. This is the truck stop. And I don't know if this is the one where guys are throwing rocks and bricks and stuff at the truck. But anyway, I'll go ahead and play it.
В этой хуйне еще дроны, походу. Заправка еще.
It's hard to see, but that's what they're doing. They're throwing rocks and stuff at the truck, and they're trying to get at the driver. They said these were fiber optic drones. Fiber optic drones, so they had to be piloted by somebody nearby. They had to be piloted by somebody nearby. Now, this is one of the truck drivers, and for Utizel's sake, I will just say he's taking a nap. They caught him, one of them, and he's taking a nap. He's been taking a nap for about 10 hours. They drug him out of the truck. And so they got one of them. Let me see what, oh gosh, this is actual footage, I believe, while they're blowing up these bombers. This is their target. This is the military base. And this is the aftermath. Yeah, and a lot of people are dropping off, but what can I do? I got to show it. Let's see here. Here's another. Let me see if this is where they're actually hitting the planes on the runway.
Мы стоим на трассе недалеко от Оленегорска, возле реки Куринга, вон там мост.
That's more cell phone from the ground. Let me see. I'm trying to find where the actual. That's where one of the trucks was burned up. When it tried to pull away, it was a sabotage or a booby trap. A booby trap. Let me see. I had some footage where maybe this is it. Let me see. Whoa. Where'd it go? Well, they had peace talks scheduled for tomorrow. And the peace talks are still on. June 2nd. Remember I was telling about that? Well, everybody says they're still coming to the peace talk.
Дрон Білая. Стратегічна ворожа авіація. Дроны взлетают из КамАЗа прямо на заправке, из фуры. Панцири их сбивают.
And they're showing you exactly where they were hitting him. Russian news put this out. There, isolated, right where they were hitting them. The drones hit precisely the underwing pylons of the Tu-95MS, where the KH-101 cruise missiles are suspended. And remember I told you about planes in the past? That's gas tanks. The fuel tank is also located there. The enemy clearly assumed that the aircraft were to be equipped for a combat sortie. So that's where they struck them. If you remember that video I just played, that's where they hit them, right on the wing. And that's how such a small quadricopter could take out a long-range bomber. A precise hit on the fuel tank and where they hang their missiles. So that's why I'm saying it's a bigger problem. They have got serious internal leaks. Serious internal leaks. Then, while this stuff is going on, Ukraine puts out Bull meeting, which is tomorrow, according to Reuters article. Complete ceasefire for 30 days. Prisoner exchange all for all. Meeting between Zelensky and Putin. No restrictions for the armed forces of Ukraine. Lack of international recognition of new Russian territories. Payment of reparations by Russia. The current front line with the material is called the starting point for the beginning of negotiations. The Russian delegation has already left for the negotiations, which will have to conduct them against the backdrop of a series of sabotage attacks at railway infrastructure in the border area and a large-scale pogrom against strategic aviation in the rear. I didn't get a chance to mention it. There were 2 trains that were bombed near the border, and there were civilian casualties. I think the entire crew of one train was lost their lives, and then about 70 passengers. So the strategic bombers weren't the only part of the operation there. Oh yeah, I'm sure there was some connection between Lindsey Graham being over there and this stuff going on. But you know what? These conditions, you know what Putin's going to tell them? After they did this, they're saying, no restrictions for the armed forces of Ukraine. Zelensky said at the very beginning, he was going to demilitarize Ukraine because of the labs, okay, but BIO labs. Payment of reparations, yeah, that's not going to fly. And they forget. They had their quadricopters. They pulled this one off. But Russia can strike them from the Black Sea with nuclear submarines and conventional submarines that can launch cruise missiles and ballistic missiles. They've got Oreshnik, okay, remember that? Oreshnik? That's their version of the rods of God. And they did a demonstration of Oreshnik. So it's going to be one hell of a meeting. I'm going to put it that way. But where does this leave the lefties? They can't keep blaming Trump or claiming Trump is a agent of Russia. cases of the new COVID-19 variant NB181, a descendant of the Omicron variant, are on the rise in some parts of the world, according to the World Health Organization. Currently, there are not enough cases in the United States to register in the CDC's COVID variant tracker. Symptoms appear to be similar to other variants of COVID-19, and the public health risk remains low, WHO information shows. So well, we know that if they could get away with it, they'd do it. But the messaging now is not, no need to panic. What would the message be if we didn't have Trump in control right now? It would be an entirely different message. Well, I'll tell you what Trump's been working on. While they're working on their little schemes and plans and narratives in the press, and Zelensky and Putin are at each other's throats, Donald Trump's worrying about our country. I'm going to play this post that Donald Trump put up, and I want to thank you all for spending your precious time with me. I hope you enjoy this short video. And I want to thank everybody who went to buy me a coffee. Gary got a boom tonight, big booms. So I have a link in the description if anybody wants to help the channel out. It's greatly appreciated as I'm totally viewer supported. So thank you again for spending your precious time with me. I'll be going live tomorrow night. If you're not subscribed or following on Rumble, do me a favor and go ahead and subscribe. So y'all have a great night. Enjoy this video. I'll be seeing you soon. This is Mountain Man, over and out.
And I'm thrilled to be back in this beautiful Commonwealth at the legendary Mon Valley Works urban plant with the proud Pennsylvania patriots who are the heart and soul of U.S. Steel. A strong steel industry is not just a matter of dignity or prosperity and pride. It's above all a matter of national security. We're here today to celebrate a blockbuster agreement that will ensure this storied American company stays an American company. It will stay an American company. The golden age of America has only just begun, and together we are going to make America great again, greater than ever before. With the help of patriots like you, we're going to produce our own metal, unleash our own energy, secure our own future, build our country, control our destiny, and we are once again going to put Pennsylvania steel into the backbone of America like never before.